And we are back here on the GSMC Football Podcast. And for the fourth part of the show, we're going to talk about Kyle Shanahan and Bill Belichick. Kyle Shanahan offered Bill Belichick the defensive coordinator position of the 49ers, which he declined. I did want to get into a couple things, though, regarding the Patriots. 25 minutes ago, the NFL's Instagram posted that the Patriots extended safety Jabril Peppers to a 3-year, $30 million contract. Also, they're trying to work on a deal with Matthew Judon. He did report to camp, but yeah, he's looking to get a new deal done. So we'll see if the Patriots can eventually get that all squared away, because he's also a solid player on that defense. But I just wanted to bring that up. So, yeah, Kyle Shanahan offered Bill Belichick, back to this, offered Belichick a role on his coaching staff. The offer came after Belichick's 24-year tenure with the New England Patriots ended. Belichick politely declined the opportunity. Shanahan discussed the offer in an exclusive interview with Tim Kawakami of The Athletic on Odyssey's The TK Show podcast. The discussion begins at the 25-minute mark of the podcast episode. Now, I didn't get a chance to watch it, but so he talks about it. So he confirmed he offered the defensive coordinator position, which became available after the 49ers parted ways with Steve Wilks. Belichick appreciated the offer, but declined it. Belichick is taking the year off from coaching. He's got a few things going on. He's going to be on the Manning Cast, Inside the NFL, the Pat McAfee Show. He is assisting his son, Stephen Belichick, who is the defensive coordinator now at the University of Washington under new head coach Jed Fish. And Shanahan expects Belichick to return to the NFL next year, jokingly mentioned the possibility of facing Belichick in the NFC West. I mean, who knows? I mean, well, you got McVay. Mike McDonald's going into his first year. Jonathan Gannon there. I mean, I don't think unless the Cardinals are, go winless, I think Jonathan Gannon will probably, keep his job. Well, maybe the 49ers move off of Kyle Shanahan and they bring in Belichick. No, that's not going to happen. I just thought that was interesting, though. That happened. I mean, listen, Belichick, we know, could probably still coach. Not probably, but he can still coach a good defense. I mean, I don't think we have any concerns about that. It's really just about the offensive side of the ball. Because the Patriots, those last couple of years, it was rough. It was rough. And, 2021, the offense was okay. They still made the playoffs. Mac Jones in his rookie season, was, I mean, he did make it to the Pro Bowl. And you could take that however you want. But he was a Pro Bowler. And, then Josh McDaniels leaves to go coach the Raiders. And then, Belichick tried to, be the smartest guy in the room and bring in Joe Judge and Matt Patricia to run the offense. And that didn't pan out. And then they bring in Bill O'Brien, and that really didn't pan out. Now Mac Jones is a backup for Trevor Lawrence. And, Belichick is out of a job. But you know what? It's a lot of other things. I mean, it's just, at some point, Belichick was not going to coach forever. They had to part ways. And you know what? He deserves another opportunity. He does. I really do believe it. And I'm surprised that he didn't get another one because he's Bill Belichick, but there will be opportunities next year. But yeah, I mean, if he got the job with the 49ers, that would have been crazy, but they got people joking around and making, 28-3 jokes because, Shanahan was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons when the Patriots came back from 28-3. And a lot of people blame Shanahan for why the Falcons lost the Super Bowl, and he gets the blame when the 49ers have lost their 2 Super Bowls to the Chiefs. So, Kyle Shanahan, man, you lose to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, and now you lose 2 Super Bowls to Patrick Mahomes, and they're dynasty now. You lost to 2 separate dynasties. You got with Tom Brady and the Patriots and Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. That's rough. Yeah, I mean, listen, that was at least Belichick had an opportunity to at least latch on to a coaching staff and be on the sidelines. It's just he wouldn't be in control. But Belichick wants to be a head coach. He doesn't want to. Coordinator's a step down, and he doesn't want that. He wants to be the head coach. But I mean, at least if he had, at least if he was still coaching. I mean, at least if he took this opportunity, he'd still be coaching. But he didn't want to do that. And yeah, it'd just be a little strange, just, him being a coordinator instead. But still be on the sidelines. But he's got a lot of things going on. And also I saw the video of I honestly forgot about this. I probably talked about it at some point, but it might have happened like months ago. But I forgot that Mike Vrabel is on the Browns coaching staff. Because there was a video of him and Jameis Winston race each other. So I saw a video of that. Yeah, I honestly forgot that he was with the Browns. Yeah, that's another guy that I thought would get another opportunity. But, yeah, he just, he's just, I don't know what coach he is. I don't think he's defensive coordinator, but Vrabel is on the Browns staff. But listen, I talked about this earlier in the show. That Cowboys head coaching spot, that could be a spot that needs to be filled. And whether it's Belichick or it's Vrabel, I mean, they're not done yet. Vrabel's not done yet. He's probably gonna, take interviews during the next head coaching cycle next year, after this year's over. But yeah, just we'll see what happens. But that was just something that I thought was interesting. That Belichick had an opportunity to coach, but just it was he's like defensive coordinator. He didn't want it. I would have taken Belichick as the defensive coordinator of the Giants, but no, he's waiting. He's waiting to be a head coach again, and he's going to have his opportunities. Right now, he's keeping himself out in the public eye with the different things that he's going to be doing throughout the year. He's going to be on TV a lot. So, and a lot of people like that side of Belichick. So, that should continue. Even though I know I talked about some comments that were made towards him that he doesn't really offer anything. I think he does. He's got a ton to offer. He may not be the most entertaining, but it's Bill Belichick. That's why he's able to, get these kind of jobs. The resume speaks for itself. Look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady's going to be calling football games this year. It's because they had a lot of success together, and that success is, one of the main reasons why they're able to get the opportunities that they get post their Patriot life. So, I'm curious to see how the Patriots end up doing this year. Do they finish with a better record than they did last year? I don't know. I mean, last year they won 4 games. I mean, I think that's kind of around what I had them this year. But we'll see. And then as for the 49ers, I mean, listen, you could put me as the defensive coordinator. That defense is going to be good regardless. Because they got a lot of talent on that side of the ball. And that's no disrespect to, defensive coordinators, but it's just that, I mean, the 49ers have one of the best defenses in the NFL. I think whoever's the defensive coordinator for the team, like, the defense is going to be fine. Although I will say in the playoffs, teams were able to run the ball against them, so that was a little bit of concern there. And they did lose Eric Armstead. They let him go. He went to Jacksonville. So, we'll see what happens. You're not going to have Dre Greenlaw to start the season. So yeah, there's some cracks on that defense, but you still got Bosa, you still got Fred Warner. So, I think they're going to be fine. They'll figure it out. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think though about Kyle Shanahan offering Belichick an opportunity to be the defensive coordinator. Again, I understand why Belichick didn't take it, but give you another chance to maybe coach in a Super Bowl. And I mean, you go up against Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, you've beaten Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, so you could offer. Maybe that's why Shanahan was trying to recruit him, saying, "Listen, you've beaten Mahomes in the playoffs. We're trying to get back to the Super Bowl, and if we're playing him, you could be the guy that stops him." Now, Tom Brady, people are going to give Tom Brady the credit because Tom Brady actually is playing. But listen, Bill Belichick's defense held Patrick Mahomes to 0 points in the first half in the 2018 AFC Championship game. So, just saying. So, you know what? Maybe Shanahan was thinking that. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, that's really my thoughts on it. Like I've said, Belichick, he's going to get an opportunity next year. I think he'll latch on to a team. He's going to be another team's head coach, but it's got to be the right situation. You're not going to see him go to a team that's rebuilding. It's going to be a team that is ready to win right now. And the Cowboys could be that team. But it depends. Because they could have a new quarterback next year. Now, the Cowboys, they have a lot of talent. And, you bring Belichick in. He's an upgrade over Mike McCarthy. But, yeah, I mean, the Cowboys are a team. They have a lot of talent. They have a chance to win. That's one team I can think of. And we'll see what other opportunities can open up. But it's got to be a contender, though, in my opinion. So, but that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think. Where do you see Belichick coaching next year? What did you guys think about Kyle Shanahan offering Belichick the defensive coordinator job? Do you think he should have taken it? So, we're going to take our final break of the show, and then when we come back, we will talk about Kyle Shanahan's old team, which we talked about a bit in that segment, and that's talking about Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons. Getting into that. Cousins probably not playing in the preseason, so I just wanted to get into that, give you my thoughts on that. And that will end off the show for today. So with that being said, stick around, and we'll be right back here on the GSMC Football Podcast.